I stared at the children that I was teaching. The older ones in the back row were all having their own conversations. The ones right up front were consistently interrupting me, and all the others had totally checked out. I had a master's degree in education, and I was realizing that teaching in a home or a church setting was totally different than teaching in a classroom. And I asked myself, what is it that I need to do to better teach and communicate the scriptures to these kids? What can I do to change so that I can be an excellent Bible teacher? And so I went to the master teacher himself. I wanted to see how Jesus taught. And when you look at the scripture, you see that most of the things that he used were parables and object lessons. Look at the lilies of the field. Consider the birds of the air. And I think the greatest object lesson that Jesus used was when he picked up a bowl of water and washed the feet of all of those disciples. And when he was done, he asked them the question, do you know what I just did? And then he proceeded to explain to them the lesson he wanted them to learn. And really, he also fed the 5,000. He had an audience of multi-ages. The 5,000 tells us how many men there were, but there were also women and children. And then he also didn't have much of a budget for his ministry. He even told us that those who choose to follow him may not have a pillow for their heads. So Jesus used object lessons. He taught to multi-age audiences. And then he also didn't have much of a budget. And so I really started taking what I learned and applying it to my classroom. And the change was profound. The children began interacting and engaging with me. They would ask relevant questions, and they would also answer mine. And I knew that they were right there with me as I was teaching. And they would be so excited to come every week. They'd want to see what Miss Anne Marie was going to do that week, because you never knew. And, about 3 years into my ministry, that year we had about 20 children decide to follow Jesus. And that's the whole purpose, is to spread the gospel and see children follow Jesus. So if you and I consistently choose to teach scripture in an engaging, interactive manner, children will grow spiritually. So if you are ready to use multi-purpose, multi-age, budget-friendly resources, you're in the right place.